it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of C14 Dating, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start. And this was done entirely in colored pencil? You're really skilled at this. Hendrik looked over the finished cutout laid on the table. Shoji had recently put the finishing touches on it and declared it complete. Thank you. I kept it on the minimalistic side, but it should work for tomorrow. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, since you're great at artsy stuff, would you be up for overseeing the face painting station tomorrow? Face painting? Or would it be too different from what you're used to? No, I've used paints before. Shoji flashed me a save me expression and I stepped in. It's something to think about at least, Shoji. I don't think she's expecting an answer right away. Rosemary faltered slightly, and I knew she was the type who liked snap decisions. However, she turned to Hendrik, who nodded respectfully. It's no problem. The chores won't be officially assigned until tomorrow morning anyway. Hendrik thanked Shoji once again, and the two of us went outside. Should I, or... The face painting? I think you can do it. Think so? It's all one-on-one, and I'm sure it'll mostly be kids wanting a flower or a butterfly on their cheek. Just ask a question like who their favorite superhero is, and they'll go on while you focus on the face painting. I see. Like, what's your favorite moquette? Oh, I love the cake-shaped one. I keep forgetting its real name because I always called it Bunt. I stopped when I realized I wasn't really a question, and he laughed. Since you put it that way, I'll definitely consider it. Before we could discuss it further, his cell phone rang. I grinned, recognizing the video game theme. Muttering a quick apology, Shoji walked a few paces away, then pulled out his phone. He glanced at the phone display quizzically and hit the receive button. Allô? Oui, c'est Shoji. Quoi? Ma mère est à l'hôpital? I froze at the word hospital, and Shoji's voice lowered to a frightened whisper. I knew it was impolite to eavesdrop, but I didn't want to leave with upsetting news being delivered. I worriedly took a step forward, waiting until Shoji hung up. When the call ended, Shoji turned around looking pale. Shoji, what was it about? You mentioned the hospital. He took a deep breath and struggled to ease his nerves and remain calm. One of the employees found my mom unconscious at the bottom of the stairs. He called an ambulance right away and isn't sure how severe it is, but... We don't know the details. Let's get you to the hospital first. When does the train arrive? Shoji frantically punched numbers into his phone. I'll have to take a taxi. This town was tiny, and I doubted a taxi would arrive quickly. Wait, let's see if we can get someone to drive you. But... Something going on? DeAndre glanced at Shoji, concern reflected on his face. Kyler was not far behind. Shoji's mother's in the hospital. What? Is she okay? Although DeAndre's consideration was genuine, Shoji had a hard time coping with the crowd and struggled to speak. Kyler pulled on DeAndre's arm. He needs space. Kyler finished his sentence in French, and DeAndre glared momentarily before nodding in understanding. We'll inform Hendrik and Dupont. He trembled violently, and I had no idea what to say to help calm him down. It's my fault. I shouldn't have returned here. It's because I'm not tending to the store that... It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. I heard someone approaching and turned to see Hendrik, who was already holding a set of keys. I heard what happened, Shoji. Do you want me to drive you to the hospital? It's all the way in Liège. I can't impose. This is a family emergency, and a taxi or train will take too long. Don't think of it as a burden. It's important to be with family. Hendrik, thank you.
You can thank me once I drop you off. Let's go.
Hang in there. I'm sure she's all right.
I hope so too.
Once Hendrik's truck pulled out of the driveway, Kyler and DeAndre approached me.
What happened exactly?
I summarized what little I knew, and the two exchanged solemn looks.
Bummer. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Depends on the fall. If she was unconscious, a concussion will be likely. I've seen enough of those. It might be bad then.
I don't want to think of worst case scenarios already.
Melissa's right. It's too early to spectate when we don't have enough information. Yeah, at least he'll be able to know what's going on, thanks to Hendrik. Do any of us have Shoji's number? I have Shoji's email. I'll message him tonight.
Sounds good. Please let me know if he responds. It wasn't until dinner time that Hendrik returned. I rushed over to him and he gave me a reassuring smile. Is everything okay?
I just dropped Shoji off at the hospital. I gave him my number in case he needs me to pick him up.
Yeah, it's understandable. Thanks, Hendrik, for jumping in like that.
I couldn't let him wait around for the train or a taxi. It was the least I could do. Now go eat. It won't do you any good if you don't take care of yourself as well.
Dinner was a blur, although I explained the situation to Chantal and Joan when they asked about Shoji's absence. When it was over, I passed the time playing a video game in my tent.
Melissa, are you in there?
I'm here. I hastily opened the flap and eagerly looked up at Kyler. Is his mom okay?
Yes, she's fine. She hurt her knee badly and has a minor concussion, but she'll make a full recovery. Shoji will return late, but he'll be here for the festival.
Not staying the night or anything?
I think he wanted to, but his mom can be persuasive from what it sounds like. It's his first time being away from home this long, so she feels it's good for him.
Sounds like those two are complete opposites. Thanks for telling me. I'm glad it wasn't serious. He nodded. After he departed, I sank back into my bed, glad my worries were put to rest. I held back a yawn, rocking on my heels. It was early morning and all of the students gathered around Augustine, who was briefing them on the duties. One by one, the students nodded or asked questions. When the instructions finished, everyone scurried off to their assignments. Kyler was kind enough to summarize the speech for me.
And then there's a group that'll need to organize the utensils.
Got it. I'll see what I can do to help out. I've never attended an archaeology-themed festival before. I quickly glanced to the side to give my cue. Let's have fun and let's make party.
Huh? Let's make party! What did Melissa bribe you with? She owes me a beer.
I did it because she asked nicely.
She's taking advantage of your good nature, mate. You have to stand firm around pushy people like her.
I gave him a shove. I'm not pushy.
See what I mean? What are we all loitering here for? Did we forget our duties? Not me. I'll be helping with food preparations. I was translating the lecture for Melissa. I'll leave at the cave now.
Oh, I was going to ask where all of the supplies for the face painting are.
That's why I'm here. They're in the lab and ready for you. He's got his hair down again.
And what will you be doing, Hendrik?
Once I finish labeling all of the rocks in the display I created upstairs, I'll be overseeing things. And yourself?
Me? I'll help DeAndre with the food preparation, help Shoji set up her face painting station, assist Kyler in the cave, tag along with you, Hendrik, join Joan and Chantal in preparing utensils.
I guess we'll go with Joan and Chantal this time.
I spotted Joan and Chantal carrying trays filled with rattling utensils to the outdoor kitchen. I'll help get the cutlery organized. Now that everyone had their assigned roles, I headed on over, giving the girls a friendly wave as I approached. I glanced at all of the silverware, forks, knives, spoons, among stacks of red napkins. They reminded me of the utensils my family used on Christmas, a little more formal than the flimsy cheap ones. I guess this is as fancy-smancy as an archaeological dig site can get. They're brown pieces of string too? I guess we're supposed to tie them up? What were the instructions? Wrap the utensils in the napkins and place them back into the box to serve at lunchtime. Joan placed a set of utensils on one of the napkins. After fiddling with the position, unsure of how to proceed, she finally rolled it up like a yoga mat. She glanced at Chantal and myself for feedback, detecting something was off. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.